The 2005 National Electrical Code is now outdated. Here are some proposed changes to the 2023 edition of the National Electrical Code. Article 100 covers definitions, including arc fault circuit interrupter or AFCI. There is a new definition to clarify that AFCIs are required for 15 and 20 ampere, 120 volts, single-phase circuits that supply bedroom outlets. Also in Article 100, electrical power production facility now has a new definition to include facilities that generate electricity from renewable energy sources. Article 210 discusses branch circuits and AFCI protection. Proposed changes extend AFCI protection to branch circuits supplying other areas besides bedrooms, such as hallways, living rooms, and kitchens. Also in Article 210, there are tamper-resistant receptacles. Proposed changes require tamper-resistant receptacles in all new construction. Still in Article 210 is GFCI protection. Proposed changes revise the requirements for GFCI protection in bathrooms, kitchens, and other wet locations. Article 240 is on overcurrent protection, including main overcurrent protection. Proposed changes allow the use of main circuit breakers with higher interrupting ratings. Article 240 also covers ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI protection for arc fault circuit interrupters or AFCIs. Proposed changes require GFCIs to be installed upstream of AFCIs in certain applications. Article 250 addresses grounding, including grounding electrode requirements. Proposed changes clarify the requirements for grounding electrodes and add new requirements for UFA grounds. Article 250 also discusses grounding conductors for electrical vehicle charging systems. Proposed changes address the grounding requirements for electric vehicle charging stations. Article 300 addresses wiring methods, including non-metallic electrical boxes. Proposed changes permit the use of non-metallic electrical boxes in certain applications. Article 300 also covers fire-resistant cable. Proposed changes require fire-resistant cables in certain areas, such as commercial kitchens and schools. Article 400 covers flexible cords and cables, including cord and cable type designation. Proposed changes simplify the designation of cord and cable types. Article 690 discusses solar photovoltaic systems, including grounding and bonding requirements. Proposed changes clarify the grounding and bonding requirements for solar photovoltaic systems. Article 690 also addresses rapid shutdown requirements. Proposed changes add requirements for rapid shutdown systems on solar photovoltaic arrays. These are just proposed changes and are subject to review and approval by the National Fire Protection Association or NFPA. The final changes to the 2023 National Electrical Code will be published in late 2022 or early 2023. Now, let's delve deeper into some of these proposed changes, exploring the rationale behind them and their potential impact on electrical installations. Firstly, consider the expanded AFCI protection. The current requirement primarily focuses on bedrooms due to the high risk of fires originating from arcing faults in these areas. However, data suggests that arcing faults can occur in other areas of a home as well, such as living rooms and kitchens, where there's a significant concentration of electrical appliances and wiring. Extending AFCI protection to these areas aims to provide a more comprehensive level of safety, reducing the risk of electrical fires throughout the entire dwelling. Secondly, the mandate for tamper-resistant receptacles in all new construction is a significant step towards child safety. These receptacles are designed with internal shutters that prevent foreign objects from being inserted, thereby reducing the risk of electrical shock injuries to young children. Requiring them in all new construction ensures that homes are built with this crucial safety feature from the outset, protecting future generations. Thirdly, the revisions to GFCI protection requirements in bathrooms, kitchens, and other wet locations are intended to address specific hazards associated with these environments. GFCI protection is already mandatory in many wet locations, but the proposed changes may refine these requirements to provide more targeted protection based on the specific risks present in each location. For instance, changes might address the placement of receptacles near sinks or the type of equipment that requires GFCI protection. Fourthly, the allowance for main circuit breakers with higher interrupting ratings reflects the increasing demand for electricity in modern homes and the growing complexity of electrical systems. Higher interrupting ratings provide a greater margin of safety in the event of a fault, preventing the circuit breaker from failing and potentially causing a more serious electrical hazard. This change ensures that electrical systems can handle the increased load demands of today's appliances and devices. Fifthly, the requirement for GFCIs to be installed upstream of AFCIs in certain applications is intended to address the limitations of AFCIs in detecting ground faults. While AFCIs are effective at detecting arcing faults, they may not always detect ground faults, which can also pose a significant electrical hazard. Installing a GFCI upstream of an AFCI provides a dual layer of protection, ensuring that both arcing faults and ground faults are detected and interrupted. Sixthly, the clarifications to grounding electrode requirements aim to ensure that electrical systems are properly grounded, providing a safe path for fault currents to return to the source. Proper grounding is essential for preventing electrical shock hazards and minimizing the risk of damage to equipment. The proposed changes may address issues such as the type and size of grounding electrodes, as well as the methods for connecting them to the electrical system. Seventhly, the grounding requirements for electric vehicle charging stations are particularly important due to the high voltage and current levels involved in EV charging. Proper grounding is essential for preventing electrical shock hazards and ensuring the safe operation of the charging station. The proposed changes may address issues such as the type and size of grounding conductors, as well as the methods for connecting them to the charging station. Eighthly, the permission to use non-metallic electrical boxes in certain applications may provide greater flexibility and cost savings for electrical contractors. Non-metallic boxes are generally less expensive and easier to install than metallic boxes, and they are also resistant to corrosion. However, there are certain applications where metallic boxes are still required, such as in fire-rated walls or ceilings. The proposed changes would clarify the situations in which non-metallic boxes are permitted. Ninthly, the requirement for fire-resistant cables in certain areas, such as commercial kitchens and schools, is intended to improve fire safety in these high-risk environments. Fire-resistant cables are designed to withstand high temperatures and prevent the spread of flames, providing valuable time for occupants to evacuate in the event of a fire. Tenthly, the simplification of cord and cable type designations aims to make it easier for electrical contractors and installers to select the correct type of cord or cable for a particular application. The current system of designations can be confusing and complex, leading to errors in installation. The proposed changes would streamline the system, making it more user-friendly. 11thly, the clarifications to grounding and bonding requirements for solar photovoltaic systems are essential for ensuring the safe operation of these systems. Solar PV systems generate electricity from sunlight, and they must be properly grounded and bonded to prevent electrical shock hazards and minimize the risk of damage to equipment. The proposed changes may address issues such as the type and size of grounding conductors, as well as the methods for connecting them to the electrical system. Finally, the requirements for rapid shutdown systems on solar photovoltaic arrays are intended to improve safety for firefighters and other emergency responders. Rapid shutdown systems allow the voltage in the PV array to be quickly reduced to a safe level, minimizing the risk of electrical shock hazards during emergency situations. These proposed changes to the 2023 National Electrical Code reflect a continued commitment to improving electrical safety and protecting people and property from electrical hazards. It's important for electrical contractors, installers, and other professionals in the electrical industry to stay informed about these changes and ensure that they are implemented correctly. Continuing to elaborate on the proposed changes, let's consider the practical implications for various stakeholders. For homeowners, the expanded AFCI and GFCI protection, along with the mandatory tamper-resistant receptacles, translate to a safer living environment, particularly for families with young children. While these upgrades may involve some additional upfront costs, the long-term benefits in terms of reduced fire risk and electrical shock hazards far outweigh the expenses. Moreover, The increased use of fire-resistant cables in certain areas can provide added peace of mind, knowing that the home is better protected against the spread of flames in the event of a fire. For electrical contractors, the proposed changes present both challenges and opportunities. On the one hand, they need to stay abreast of the latest code requirements and ensure that their installations comply with the new standards. This may involve additional training and education for their workforce. On the other hand, the changes also create new business opportunities as homeowners and businesses seek to upgrade their electrical systems to meet the new code requirements. For manufacturers of electrical equipment, the proposed changes drive innovation and the development of new products that meet the evolving safety standards. They need to invest in research and development to create AFCIs, GFCIs, tamper-resistant receptacles, fire-resistant cables, and other products that comply with the latest code requirements. This can lead to the creation of new jobs and economic growth. For inspectors and code officials, the proposed changes require a thorough understanding of the new requirements and the ability to enforce them effectively. They play a crucial role in ensuring that electrical installations are safe and compliant with the code. This may involve additional training and certification to stay up to date with the latest changes. Let's also consider the economic impact of the proposed changes. While some of the changes may increase the upfront costs of electrical installations, they can also lead to long-term cost savings. For example, the expanded AFCI and GFCI protection can reduce the risk of electrical fires and shock hazards, which can result in significant property damage and personal injuries. By preventing these incidents, the proposed changes can save homeowners and businesses money in the long run. Moreover, the increased use of energy-efficient electrical equipment, such as LED lighting and smart appliances, can also lead to cost savings by reducing energy consumption. The proposed changes also have a positive impact on the environment. The increased use of renewable energy sources, such as solar photovoltaic systems, is encouraged by the code, which helps to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and mitigate climate change. The code also promotes the use of energy-efficient electrical equipment, which reduces energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. In addition to the specific changes mentioned above, there are also a number of other important changes proposed for the 2023 National Electrical Code. These include changes to the requirements for surge protection, electric vehicle charging equipment, and energy storage systems. Surge protection is becoming increasingly important as more and more homes and businesses rely on sensitive electronic equipment. The proposed changes to the surge protection requirements aim to provide better protection against voltage surges, which can damage or destroy electronic devices. Electric vehicle charging equipment is also a rapidly growing area, and the proposed changes to the requirements for EV charging equipment are intended to ensure that these installations are safe and reliable. Energy storage systems, such as batteries, are also becoming more common, and the proposed changes to the requirements for energy storage systems are intended to address the unique safety challenges associated with these systems. It's important to note that the National Electrical Code is not a static document. It is constantly being revised and updated to reflect the latest advances in technology and the evolving understanding of electrical safety. The proposed changes for the 2023 National Electrical Code are the result of years of research and development by experts in the electrical industry. They are designed to make electrical installations safer and more reliable, and to protect people and property from electrical hazards. As the 2023 National Electrical Code is implemented, it's crucial for all stakeholders to work together to ensure that the changes are implemented effectively. This includes providing training and education for electrical contractors, inspectors, and code officials, as well as promoting public awareness of the new requirements. By working together, we can create a safer and more sustainable electrical environment for all. Moving forward, it's also essential to consider the future of electrical safety and the role of the National Electrical Code in shaping that future. As technology continues to evolve at a rapid pace, the code must adapt to address the emerging safety challenges. This includes issues such as the increasing use of artificial intelligence in electrical systems, the proliferation of smart home devices, and the development of new energy sources. The National Electrical Code must also continue to promote energy efficiency and sustainability. This includes encouraging the use of renewable energy sources, promoting the development of energy-efficient electrical equipment, and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. By embracing innovation and sustainability, the National Electrical Code can play a vital role in creating a cleaner, safer, and more prosperous future for all. In conclusion, the proposed changes to the 2023 National Electrical Code represent a significant step forward in improving electrical safety and promoting sustainability. By staying informed about these changes and working together to implement them effectively, we can create a safer and more reliable electrical environment for all. It is also worth noting that the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, offers a variety of resources to help electrical professionals stay up to date on the latest code changes. These resources include training courses, publications, and online tools. By taking advantage of these resources, electrical professionals can ensure that they have the knowledge and skills necessary to comply with the latest code requirements and provide safe and reliable electrical installations. The National Electrical Code is a complex and comprehensive document, and it is essential for electrical professionals to have a thorough understanding of its provisions. By investing in training and education, electrical professionals can protect themselves, their customers, and the public from electrical hazards. As technology continues to advance, it is likely that the National Electrical Code will continue to evolve to address the emerging safety challenges. It is important for electrical professionals to stay informed about these changes and to adapt their practices accordingly. By embracing innovation and continuous learning, electrical professionals can ensure that they are providing the safest and most reliable electrical installations possible. Furthermore, the National Electrical Code plays a vital role in the overall building safety system. It works in conjunction with other building codes and standards to ensure that buildings are designed and constructed in a safe and sustainable manner. The National Electrical Code is an essential tool for protecting people and property from electrical hazards, and it is important for all stakeholders to support its continued development and implementation. As we move towards a more electrified future, the importance of the National Electrical Code will only continue to grow. By working together to ensure that the code is up to date and effectively enforced, we can create a safer and more sustainable electrical environment for generations to come.